Matt, thanks so much for joining us here at the Milken Global Conference. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Matt, you are our global business model reinvention leader at PwC, and I'm sure having some good conversations about reinventing business in general. So what are some of the takeaways that you've gotten from those conversations so far?
A lot of the conversations are focused on, value pools, value creation, which I think ties really directly to the study that we came out with in terms of value in motion and PwC's point of view on where we think value will be created in the next 10 to 15 years. It's been very exciting to be part of these conversations.
Obviously, there's a lot that's impacting the global economy right now, the climate transition, technology advancements, and again, these new domains of growth are opening up right now. How do you talk about that with clients when it comes to business model reinvention?
Yeah, I'll take just one of the domains. So, how we fuel and power ourselves in the future. It's about finding those new energy sources. And if you're not in those types of businesses, how can you lead your business to begin to, get into a different value chain, drive additional revenues, and more importantly, sustain your business model going forward by having the energy needed to power it.
You were one of our co-authors of our Value in Motion. And one of the really interesting numbers is that we found $7.1 trillion in revenues globally is up for grabs because of business model reinvention and all this movement. I mean, what are some of the key actions that business leaders should take when it comes to thinking about how to, get some of that?
It comes down to choices that senior executives have to make. And what we're hoping to do with our study is just to provide a point of view in terms of, where the puck may be going. And it takes a strong leader to understand the data, make a decision and go. One of the things that I think every business is going to have to be in the future is going to be AI enabled. And so to do that, I think a no regret move would be to get, kind of your data in order, because that's the building block for leveraging any of these types of new AI technologies that we've discussed here. And so that's something that you want to be focused on. Second, I would say, is creating a culture within the company to be more adaptable to change, right? As you think about changing your business model and getting into some of these new value pools, think about how you can begin to change and be able to adapt to some of these new businesses that you're going to have to be in 10 to 15 years.
Are we seeing some big opportunities that have come from making those changes?
Well, yeah, I think we've got several examples of companies here that have successfully made that transition. Whether they were just a predominant, hardware player before, and now they've moved into more of a software-enabled provider. Several companies that were just, predominantly an oil and gas producer. They've figured out ways in which they can, diversify their asset base and, provide different forms of energy for their clients. And so there's lots of examples out in the market, and it's been good to kind of dig into a lot of those stories here.
Thanks so much, Matt, for talking with us. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.